The latest release of Photoshop has some new tools to help you make better, more impactful real estate photos. There are some new adjustment layers in Photoshop, but more importantly, it's how you apply the masking to make those photos really pop, and that's what I'm going to show you in this episode. So starting out in Photoshop, this will be the only program we need to edit this photo. This photo without the adjustments looked like this, and it was just a very dull image shot on a hazy day near the beach. So we've got the harbor here that looks very dull, the sky very dull, but when we add these adjustments in, that all comes out. Now this will use some of those new adjustment layers, and we can see that we've got quite a few here. Only a couple of those are really new, but it's so much more the masking that we're going to apply to this on how this makes that pop. This can also be applied to interiors. You can see here that the countertop here looks pretty good, but without this adjustment, it just was a little flat, just lacking. No matter what I did throughout post-processing with this, it just needed a little extra help. Now this is just one of many adjustments you can do, and that's why I really want to demonstrate this particular image here, because there's a lot of adjustments that we can do with various masks and how we apply those masks with these adjustments. So let's turn off these adjustments here and let's start from scratch. The first thing I want to do is to dehaze the sky. Well, now there is a new dehaze adjustment layer, and let's go to then Layer, and then to our adjustment layers, and you can see we've got clarity and dehaze. Now a fairly new one is also color and vibrance, and I have an earlier tutorial on how you can use this to correct color casts and white balance for interior photos. I have a link to that tutorial down in the description for this video, along with other useful information. We will also use this in a different way in this tutorial. And right now though, we're going to start with the clarity and dehaze layer. Now with this layer, we're really going to just use the dehaze. You can name it whatever you'd like. And in here, I've got the clarity and dehaze sliders, just like you would have in Lightroom Classic or Adobe Camera Raw. And here though, it's now on an adjustment layer. So what we want to first do is clear up the sky. So I'm going to move the dehaze slider to the right. Now we can see that it's also darkening the sky and it's darkening a lot of the image. That's okay because we're going to add other adjustment layers. More importantly though is we only want to apply this to the sky. So on the mask here, I'm going to select the gradient tool. And it's over here. If you see Paint Bucket tool, go over to it and you just click and hold, and that will then bring up your selection. So I've got the gradient tool selected, and up here make sure that it says gradient. You don't want to use classic gradient. Then for this portion of the tutorial, we want to make sure that over here under basic, we select the white to black. With that selected, then we want to use the linear gradient, which is the first one here. There are other options like radial gradient, angled, and then reflected and diamond. So with that selected then, I want to draw a gradient just right across the horizon. I'll click here and then go down. You can see how now that's applying a gradient wherever I drag that. So I'll just go right down over top of the horizon line, and here I can adjust how much feathering is going to be in there. I'll just do that and maybe drop this, just a very simple gradient. Now what I'd like to do is apply some vibrance and saturation here to the bottom of the image, but I don't want it to overlap with the sky. And that's because dehaze will conflict with vibrance and saturation, because dehaze takes care of adjusting the colors for atmospheric haze, vibrance takes care of saturating only muted colors, and then saturation is a global adjustment. So you want to keep these separate whenever possible. What we'll first do is we'll go to just above this adjustment layer, and let's add now that new adjustment layer that was recently added. We'll go to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and Color and Vibrance. So we'll select that, and without really looking at the sky, because we're going to mask this also, I'm going to increase the vibrance, and you can see how it's really bringing up these muted colors on the ground, but that's why we don't want it in the sky, because it's conflicting here also. We need a little bit of overall saturation, so I'll bump that up too, because everything else was just a little on the dull side. So we don't want this in the sky though. You can see how that's really affecting what we did for dehaze, and we want to keep these separate anyways. If we did want to pump up the sky to this level, it really should be done on a separate layer so that we have better control. Now on here, I'm going to do something very similar. I'm just going to add the gradient in an opposite manner. So I'm going to go back to the gradient tool here that we have. I'm going to make sure that we have white to black selected. And then across the horizon line, I'm going to draw the gradient from the bottom upwards. And now you can see it's being applied to the bottom. So my layer mask here is opposite than I have for clarity and dehaze. So that's looking pretty good so far, but we also want to maybe increase the brightness of this, but not everywhere. If we increase it down here at the bottom, we're really going to lose focus and really the attraction of the big selling feature here being by the harbor. But what we'll do above this particular adjustment layer is we'll add a new brightness and contrast layer, which is just under Layer, New Adjustment Layer, Brightness and Contrast. And here I want to adjust the brightness just a little bit. So I'm going to adjust that brightness, but you can see the harbor's looking better, the horizon's looking better, but it's too bright here where the houses are. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another gradient, but this time different, in that instead of the white to black, I'm going to go black to white. And then I'm going to go down here to right where the community is, right before the harbor starts, and I'm going to draw my gradient going upwards like this. Now once again, like the others, I can adjust the amount of feathering, I can adjust how far in we're going to go. You can see I can even turn it, and I can turn it to even match kind of where that road is. So now that brightness and contrast layer is really only being applied to the harbor. You can see that's an extreme case, but of course we'll tone that down. Now it is being applied to the sky, and for me that's fine, because the next thing I would do is add an overall adjustment layer for the contrast and brightness, and the best way to do that is with a levels layer. So I'm going to go up to Layer, New Adjustment Layer, and then Levels. With this selected, I'll zoom in here just a little bit. I'm going to increase the contrast by bringing up both of these toward the center. So I'm going to bring, this is my blacks, I'm going to bring that up. You can see that adds some contrast. This is like adjusting white and blacks in Lightroom Classic or Adobe Camera Raw. You can see now without it and with it how we've got this little bit of added contrast that was added. If you wanted to darken it overall, you thought that was too bright, you can also go back to the properties and you could move the center slider. To the right would darken it just a little bit, and to the left would then lighten it. So maybe we'll go just a tad darker on this and see how that looks. Overall though, this is looking pretty good. As these are just simple adjustment layers, I can go back here and say, well, we might need maybe just a little bit more saturation with a little less vibrance. We can do that. We can also go back to our original dehaze layer and change the amount of dehaze that we have also across the sky to the levels that we think would be best. So we started out with this particular image. We added some dehaze. We then did some vibrance and saturation with this layer, which really took care of mostly the harbor. We then added a little bit of brightness, which was really once again from the road up, because we've got a mask on it, and then we changed the contrast just a little bit with our levels layer. Now we can also save this as a Photoshop file, and we can archive it. Without using Lightroom Classic, then there's no catalog that needs to be managed, and we can then edit this at any other time in the future.